Hey, what's going on? My name is Marquise and I help entrepreneurs grow their business online with automation. In this video, I'm going to show you the three core systems that you must have in your business so that you can actually build a business that runs without you, talking time, location, freedom. But to have that, you have to have systems in place so things run efficiently. And those three systems are marketing, selling, and fulfillment. Marketing is all about lead generation, selling is all about lead conversion, and then fulfillment is all about making sure that the customer actually delivers or can get what they order. So if you want to learn a little bit more about how you can implement these systems into your business, you definitely want to stay tuned, because I took a clip from one of my recent masterminds where I talked about the three core systems that you need for your business to scale. So stay tuned and watch the video. See you on the other side.
Here. And what I wanted to cover today is we kind of start at the very basis of everything. And that's just kind of like, how to actually grow your business. What are the things you actually need to do to grow your business? What are the simple components you need to grow your business? And then what systems are required for you to actually be able to kind of have everything running without you, in a sense. So I wanted to start here with a great book that I love and recommend. It's called Getting Everything You Can Out of All You've Got, by Jay Abraham. And this is a photo of me in 2018 when I went to the Philippines. I was sent over there at the time. I was working in corporate America, and they sent me over there for 30 days to train up basically our replacements in the United States. And I read that book while I was there, and it was literally like one of the catalysts for me quitting my job within a year. And then I ended up going back to the Philippines that next year as an entrepreneur, enjoying myself. But what I learned from this book, really has shaped a lot of what I do and a lot of how I serve my clients as well. And it's a very simple principle that you learn in this book, and it's really about, in essence, there are only three ways to grow a book. And a lot of times we complicate things as entrepreneurs. We think that there's a million things that I have to do to grow a business. But when you really break it down, it's truly only these three things that needs to be do across the board that you can do to grow your business. And you don't have to actually do all of them. You can do some of them, you can do one of them, or you can do none of them. Because if you do none of them, you're not going to grow. So you at least want to pick one. But getting more customers, that's just a way for any business to grow. If you have a product or service, getting more customers, that's one way that you can grow. Another way that you can grow is basically increasing the average transaction size. That means how much money you're getting per customer. So say, for instance, instead of selling maybe like a $10 product, maybe you're selling at $100. So now you have grown your business by just increasing how much you're selling things for to maybe the same pool of people. And the other third way is that you can actually increase your business is the frequency of transactions per each customer. And that's something like more so like a recurring product, meaning that it's a product that people are going to keep coming back to buy. So in that sense, you can do one of these three things to truly grow your business. And if you think about it from a system standpoint, which is what we're going to go into a little bit further, getting more customers, that just could means getting more leads, putting up something like a landing page, and now you got more leads to your business. Or maybe if you're selling your own product or service, maybe you just say, I'm going to increase my prices. If I'm a coach or something, I can say, okay, instead of charging somebody $2,000, I'm going to charge them $4,000. So that's a way that I can grow my business. Or I can say, I'm going to increase the frequency of transactions for each customer, meaning that maybe instead of selling something for like, $5,000, maybe I set it up as a recurring program. So now I get 12 transactions out of a year for that customer. So every customer that comes into the door for me, I have something recurring that I can continue to sell them and continue to make money. So that's just one way to just really think about your business and the business model that you're operating in, because depending on what you do, like if you're an affiliate, there's some things you may not have control over. You may not basically be able to have the control over the average transaction size because you don't actually set the prices on the products. But also as an affiliate, that means you can go out and find different affiliate programs that kind of better satisfy these three ways that you can grow your business. So that's why when I first started as an affiliate, personally, I enjoyed recurring programs. Like I was promoting stuff like software services, like a ClickFunnels, because that's going to increase the frequency of transactions for each customer. And then they also have a lot of upsells, so that means I'm going to increase the average transaction size. So something like that would be a really cool like affiliate program to promote, because it satisfies those couple of ways to be able to grow your business or whatnot. So I say all that to really just say that, I know we overcomplicate growing the business, but just think about your business, what you do, and then look at it from these three ways and say, okay, there's only really three ways I can grow my business. And then from there, we go forward, because that's what your marketing systems, that's all they are. Once they're fully developed, it really kind of helps you grow your business and accomplishes each three of these things. It's the core of your business. And then these systems that we build them so we can actually grow these businesses to grow without us. Because if we were out trying to get leads the old way, like offline marketing, going from like door to door, like I remember growing up, and a lot of people in my neighborhood did like Mary Kay and type stuff. But there's only so many doors in a neighborhood, and there's only so far that you're probably going to want to drive. But if you have like an online marketing system, and you're going outside of your warm marketing and leveraging something like the simple old internet, now you have a marketing system where you can get a lot more people into your business. And that's one of the ways that we said that you can grow your business, is just by increasing the amount of people that come into it. So with that, there are three core systems really of a business that, as an entrepreneur or business owner, you should really be thinking about. And depending on your business model, you may need all systems, or you may only need one or two of them. A lot of it really just depends on where you're at in the business process and what you actually have control over. So the first the first of the three systems is the marketing system. So marketing is just lead generation. That's just going out and generating a certain number of leads for your business. And so an example of something like a marketing system would be, using a quiz, using something like a quiz to go out and generate qualified email subscribers to get more people on your list. So that goes kind of back into that number one way of how to grow your business, is just basically getting more people in the door. So you have a marketing system using something like a quiz, and that's going to generate way more people into your email list. So, and this is kind of just like an example of what one would look like. This is like a quiz that I have currently set up, is your business ready for automation? So we use this as the marketing system that we have set up to get more people to come into the door and continue to build the email list. So the marketing system is like a non-negotiable, really, as a business owner. It's almost like you have to have that. You have to have the marketing system to truly have, live the automated lifestyle, to where you're kind of able to not have to be, tied to your desk or tied to things for, to make the money. The marketing system is really what you really need to get people into the door without you having to be there. So this one is definitely a non-negotiable system that we would need into our business. The next would be the selling system. So once we move on to get people into the door, from the marketing perspective, using something like a quiz, now we have to sell to them. Now we need to actually convert them into a customer. So we look at this, or we're thinking this is lead conversion. Marketing is lead generation, selling is lead conversion. And so when you think about selling, and from a system standpoint, how that looks as from what an example is, using something like automatic emails to build a relationship with your leads and then convert them into buyers, or maybe more appointment set. Like, maybe if you're selling products or something like an affiliate, you're just trying to get more buyers, you're trying to get more signups to whatever product or service you're promoting. If you're something like a coach or a consultant, maybe your goal is to get more people to book on your calendar set. But regardless of the case, you would use something like an email follow-up sequence to send them to whatever your particular goal is. And so if we look at it from like an example visual standpoint, this is an email sequence that I have set up in a program that I use for my emails. So what happens is somebody comes into the quiz, which is the marketing system, and then the selling system takes over, and this is the email sequence. Basically, at the very top here, it says somebody has taken the quiz, and then we're sending them an email each day And I think there's probably like almost 9 emails in this sequence here. So there's like 9 different emails that we're sending out. And we do that because to convert someone to like a complete stranger to somebody who knows you, likes you, and trusts you takes some time. People aren't just going to usually see me or see Teresa or see anybody and say, I know who they are. I trust them. It's going to take a little bit of, getting to know them or whatnot. And the best way to do that is through sending them stuff like emails to and content-based emails to educate them about the product that you're promoting or the product that you're selling. So if I was an affiliate, I would be sending them some follow-up emails talking about how awesome the product or service is, what changes it's made in my life, and then also talk about some of the benefits, and then talk about some of the changes that it can make in their life. So you're kind of like bridging that gap. And it would be the same thing if you were like a client, a coach or a service provider. You would be sending them emails about your product or service. And that's why it's the selling system, because it takes all the inputs, all the leads coming in from the marketing system, and then the selling system, the emails just kind of take over in the back end. And once again, you're not doing anything at this point. Now, we do have to set up the marketing system, and we do have to spend the time to set up the selling systems. But once we have these things set up, then our lives are a lot simpler down the line. And then the last system is the fulfillment system. Now, this one is really a system that you would more likely only have if you were selling your own product or service. Like, so if you're an affiliate, you don't really have to worry about this system as much. And the only time you will need to worry about this system is when you decide to maybe change from an affiliate and maybe start creating your own products or service, or maybe you want to become a coach at some point. Then you start thinking about the fulfillment systems. This is where you just deliver your product or service to whoever bought it. And the reason why you don't have to worry about this as an affiliate is usually because the fulfillment system is going to be handled by the company that you're promoting products for. So once you actually get the leads in and then they buy, then that company's fulfillment system takes over, and they make sure that, the person gets the receipt, and they make sure the stuff gets shipped out. And at some point, if you ever wanted to become an affiliate that sold your own product or service, then you could create your own fulfillment systems to where you would be sending things out. But up until that point, you don't need to worry about it. But like I said, an example of using a fulfillment system is email marketing. Once again, so say for instance, when somebody buys something, you want to make sure they get the email receipt, and then you want to make sure they get a link to access their product. And sometimes that seems like a very simple thing, but there has been, many cases out there where you may buy something and you will never get an email, or you may never get access to your product, and you're having to email support and stuff like that. And that's just a bad customer experience. So that's why, by having a fulfillment system, which is just usually just simple emails, or as we have an example, something like a membership site, maybe once they buy, then they get access to a membership site, and all their stuff is in the membership site. That way people are getting onboarded with the same experience, and they, are more likely to share and talk about your product to the marketplace. And this is an example of what a fulfillment system looks like. This is just an older version of one of my membership sites here. So once you buy a particular program, you get access to your curriculum. You can put all your videos there. You can put, basically step A through Z, how they go through, whatever, and consume your product is or whatnot. But, something like emails, follow-ups, and also, like I said, something like a memberships area is a really good idea to have for the fulfillment systems. And those would be the 3 core. You got your marketing system, you got your selling system, and then you got your fulfilling system.